What's up, DJ Primo? What's going down? It's your boys from True Head Radio, straight out of Houston, Texas.
Yes, sir.
What's happening?
It's all good. Primo just got off the set, crushed it in Houston. We're going to ask you a few questions, man. Seeing as you a homie, tell New York City how it all started, man. Like, we know how it started. The record stores. Well, you ain't got to go into it like that, but just tell them what happened.
It's just simple, man. I followed the dream. I followed the culture that's part of the ghetto, the ghettos of New York, which is, urban and Latino and black community. And it's a culture. Hip hop is a culture, and at the time that I learned about it, it was only coming out of the East Coast. If it was coming out of the South, I would have stayed here and got my stripes here first. But it came from New York, and it was at a time where everybody had to learn from that city. And if it came from Nebraska, I would be in Nebraska, straight up. If you had to wear cowboy hats, or if you had to wear pink shoes with flowers. I represent the culture to the fullest, and again, like I said, it's not where you're from, it's where you're at. And I went to go where it was really difficult to get accepted, to make sure that I was really cut out to do this. So I said, let me go where it came from, and if I don't make it there, I'll leave it alone and just be a fan. I packed up my bags and went to where hip hop was born at, to see if I could cut it. And like I said, if I couldn't make it, I would go home and get back to finding another occupation. But I got accepted by all the people I looked up to, and everybody that saw me told me I was on and popping. So I said, I'm gonna stay here and do this, and and there it is.
Been a little controversy, man. We had this argument all the time. Of course, I'm gonna say this. I know, but we want you to just shout out what DJ gave you your inspiration out here, in this city.
RP Cola is the one that taught me how to scratch and all of that. I give all my credit to him every day, all day. He has my plaques at his crib. Any Gangstar Awards I won, I made sure he got one. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if he hung them up, but he got them. You know what I'm saying? So he got Full Clip in his house. He got Moment of Truth in his house. And that's my dude. I miss him, and I wish he was at the show tonight. But I just got his number from my man Oak Cliff, so I'm gonna definitely always make sure I check RP. He's a hell of a dude. He's always stayed the same. He never changed. Never got funny style. And anything he needs from me, I got him. It's nothing.
Yes, sir.
So big shout to RP, Randy Pettis.
Got you. Shout out to Oak Cliff too. Just to give you background, our show was based on a golden era, 87 to 97. You know what I'm saying? And so briefly, what's the value of us trying to school some of this youth, you know what I'm saying, and really cataloging hip-hop and representing it to some kids that really didn't understand or haven't heard some of the stuff from that era?
I mean, you got to realize when we was growing up on hip-hop, we had to go search and find it. We had to hunt it down. You had to know where it was at, and if you didn't, you had to find somebody who knew. Now you can find anything. You can find what time I take a piss. You know what I'm saying? If you go online, so. Anybody that's younger than 20 years old that wants to get into hip hop, you have no excuse to say, oh, well, that's the old stuff, and I ain't grow up on that. The research is there. Go get it and do the knowledge. Because if you don't, even if you want to rhyme, DJ, do graffiti, beatbox, any of that stuff, you're not gonna live that long in this with this type of a job if you don't do the history. Because if you have the history in your head, you can do it forever because you understand why it should last as long as I'm still doing it. So any youngsters, y'all want to get into hip hop music, please understand that there's music that came before hip hop, and that's soul music. That's rock music. You gotta know your rock and roll. You got no Chuck Berry. You got no Van Halen. You got no Rush. You got no AC/DC, Rolling Stones. You got no Aerosmith. All these records we cut up in the parks, jams, and at our parties. Big Beatbox, Billy Squire, Another One Bites the Dust, Queen. All that stuff was battle records. Them records would cause fights and stuff like that. And the beat was still pumping, you know what I'm saying? So all of that stuff right there those are just basic elements. You got to know James Brown. You got to know George Clinton. You got to know anything Michael Jackson and Jackson 5. You got to know that. You got to know Prince. You got to know, a lot of music, and Function, Ohio Players. It's just so much stuff and it's out there. And you got iTunes now. You can re-up for 99 cents. So, we come from the eras of 8-track tapes, cassette tapes. There wasn't no CDs yet. I saw the first day a CD came out. We were like, wow, there's a rap album on a CD. You know what I'm saying? So, that all of that has to be studied And that's even the new cats now. Like I know Waka Flocka's lyrics, even if that's not my style, I know his stuff because I'm studying him. I'm studying Soulja Boy. I'm studying anybody who's getting money and blowing up and taking a radio by storm. I'm studying you. You know what I'm saying? Because that way, I know what or what not to do. But at the same time, I'm up on you, and they should be up on me too. And if they don't care to be, that's fine. You know, everybody has their time that they're gonna live and die in their job and in just life itself. So. It's real serious. So I always respect music first. You can't love anything that you don't respect first. So I respect music, then I love it. So
being a music lover, how important do you think it is that we get back to a point where we bring balance to music, especially hip hop music, to all the different genres and types of hip hop music that's out there?
You said how?
How important is that we bring that back and bring that movement back?
I mean, it never really went nowhere. It's all about who's doing it and who's not doing it. I do it just because it's right. It's a right. You know, like you see, I took it to the old school, but I also played current stuff. And people like us, if you really love it like that, just like True Heads, y'all brought me out here because y'all are part of what I do. So the more we do it, the more it'll bring more people in. All those people that left today, it only takes one person out of all them people in the audience to say, yo, we need to do more research on that.
One last question. You know, we watch the award shows. They got their classic moments. BET Awards this year, the classic moments to me were the ciphers.
Okay.
I want to know what was your favorite and what inspires you to get these guys, to go in. Like
the only thing I do is shout to Stephen Hill and Jesse Collins and John Cossette that produces the show. It's really Jesse Collins and Stephen Hill that call me and they tell me what artists they want, and they give my opinion because they said I don't care how much you like to do what you do. We gotta have some new cats. We gotta have people that you may not be into, but we're gonna put them in there and they got a freestyle. But the thing that they always let me do is they always let me pick the break beat I want to cut. And then, Peace of President, right. we did Sister Sanctified, we did Sophisticated Sissy, we did Skull Snaps this year. So all that stuff, they let me pick the beat, and then I send it to everybody. A couple people are like, man, it's just a drum. But those are the newer cats that don't understand. Right. That's how it started. It's just a drum beat.
Rhymes. They don't get beats and rhymes.
Yeah, so, but the people that I like that really roll with it properly was Yellow Wolf. I like Wiz Khalifa. I like what Kanye and the whole Good Music crew did. There's quite a few people, so. Yeah, it was fun, you know what I'm saying? I love doing that shit. And definitely Ice Cube and Reverend Run with their sons, that was dope.
We're going to close it out. Give a shout out to Primo, man. Just Rip Houston. Y'all listening to True Head Radio, Hip Hop 101.
Sorry I'm so harsh, everybody. No, I love y'all, brothers. Much love, man.